Hello and welcome to yet another video on AGEJ. Today we're going to be talking about a cult classic, a diviner of genres, a most serene, most cursed, most amazing Dungeon Keeper. Released by Bullfrog back in 1997, Dungeon Keeper was what made the God games a genre back in the day. With all that being said though, let's get right into the game. Excuse me, I said the real Dungeon Keeper, you know, like the first game. Oh, for fuck's sake, no, the real one, not this mobile garbage. Fucking paying for faster mining, are you joking? There we go. That's way more beautiful now, isn't it? Just look at these, graphics? Are these considered graphics? To be fair, it looks quite good for a game made in 1997, but are these really graphics though? I'm re-recording this take for the third time because I can't write scripts. I would like to formally welcome every single one of you to the beauty of Dungeon Keeper. Strap yourself in for a nice adventure, because Dungeon Keeper was a game that released with nothing but positivity, apparently. Although some people called out its repetitiveness, which is fair. You know, the game is a bit repetitive, but we're not going to complain about it. A little bit about my experience with Dungeon Keeper. I got my hands on the game when I was still quite young. Actually, I think Up Is Not Jump said it perfectly.
I played games ever since I could use a keyboard, and from a very young age, due to what can only be described as very poor parenting, somehow got my hands on PC copies of Dungeon Keeper, Legacy of Kain Blood Omen,
rupturing organs till the pressure inside bursts the sack of fleshy skin, spraying its...
and Abe's Odyssey.
Where people say the level of violence on video games,
Which generally reveals how I matured to be such a well-rounded person. Fuck you! I am God!
Precisely that. Mum, Dad, what the fuck? Why did you allow me to play this? I swear to God, this game turned me into a fucking psychopath together with League of Legends. Nothing breaks a human mind more than a League of Legends fucking team chat in ranked mode. In hindsight, as an adult, Dungeon Keeper is actually not that bad. It's just a bit gory, but it's nothing too bad for a child. But for a kid back in the 2000s, this shit was the most gore I could fucking get my hands on, and I fucking love it. Murder, real-time strategy, micromanaging, and murder. I'm starting to understand what caused me to like Paradox games now, really.
That I keep trying to murder him. So obviously they both hate me, because I murdered their only child. But you know, such is life. Let's plot to kill him now as well. Little kid. Good. Smothered her. No, yet another one. Wonderful. Great. You keep trying to make babies, and you keep naming them even more difficult things to pronounce. And I will continue to murder them.
Gameplay is somewhere from sit back and pay small amounts of attention to, oh fuck, I'm being attacked. To be fair, it's your choice as to how you play the game. You can sit back and enjoy, or actively make the best dungeon possible. I know what you're thinking though, but EJ, what the fuck even is the gameplay? Good question, viewer, although I gotta say, no need to be rude, you fucking prick. But to answer your question, the gameplay is quite simple. You are a keeper of a dungeon. Oh my god, that's why that's the name of the game. As the keeper though, your tasks are quite simple. Ordering what needs to be dug out is one of them, as well as building rooms, managing your creatures, training your creatures, and most importantly, ending your enemies' lives so they can never rise again and they will forever be forgotten as they are buried in dirt, slowly fading away from life. Sorry, lost track of my script there. So basically nothing special, just normal gaming stuff really. Don't you remember Mario when you were sent out to actually massacre the entirety of Bowser's army by using guerrilla tactics and making bungee pits for them to fall in? Look it up, definitely happened. But maybe you want to know more about these rooms and creatures that I just mentioned. But maybe you want to know more about these rooms or creatures that I just mentioned, and I don't blame you. So let me get into... So that brings us to rooms and creatures. And for the single person who doesn't know what a room is, and for the two people who, weirdly enough, don't know what a creature is, room, noun, a space that is or may be occupied. An area separated by walls or partitions from other similar parts of the structure or building in which it is located. The people present in such an area. Creature. Noun. A living being, especially an animal. A human. An imaginary or fantastical being. Right, now that we're all on the same page, let's talk a bit about some of the rooms. So I'm gonna name some of them and name their purposes. If we're all good with that, that'd be grand. Alright, we good? We all good? We all good? Alright, jolly. Lovely. We have a library for learning spells and for learning new rooms. A lair for sleeping. A hatchery for eating. A training room for training. A prison for imprisonment and creating skeleton warriors. A torture room for when you want that enemy, creature or hero, or make some spoopy ghosts. And finally, a treasury for your treasure, you greedy demon. And I did that in one take. Perfection. As for some creatures that we have the warlocks, whose role is being a wizard. They like the library, and they're extremely overpowered if you train them up a bit, you fucking scrub. I bet you won't, because you are not as intelligent as me. Demon spawns, who love training and are extremely strong if you train them up. But they love training, so no worries. We have trolls, who love working in a factory, and they can be made very strong through training. You're gonna hear me say that a lot. Imps, who are your basic workers and will benefit from training as well. They will nicely speed up if you train them. And then we get to the best creature. The man. The myth. The legend. The Horned Reaper. This creature serves no purpose other than training and murder. They are the strongest creature in your arse. Your arse? They're the strongest creature in your arsenal. For fuck's sake. And they can be... The Horned Reaper. This creature serves no purpose other than training and murder. They are the strongest creature in your arsenal, and they can only be spawned through sacrifices in the temple. Only downside is, this demonic beast hates you. Himself, your creatures, and your rooms. Keep him away from others, or he will kill your creatures. He's strong, but he hates everything. He's just a teenager. Why hello there. Welcome to your favorite part, right? Conclusion time. So let's go and conclude the fuck out of the conclusion we just made throughout the video, concluding what I've written so far. Why did I write this? Dungeon Keeper is a very fun game, although a bit dated. That is still very playable. All you need to play it though is the Dungeon Keeper FX mod for your definitely official copy that you definitely still own on your CD. Or if you own the game on Origin, GOG, or anywhere else, there's also a way to install the Dungeon Keeper FX mod there, because they have a nice little tutorial on their webpage. The wiki will literally tell you step by step like how to do it, if I'm not mistaken. But let's get to the thing that people actually care about. Time to grant this game a number, to represent how much I rate it, which is obviously most important, because I review games, and this is what it's expected, apparently. So let's do it. I think this game is, I think if I have this game, fuck's sake. I think if I have to give this game a singular number as a grade, it would be unfair to do so. Seeing how, well, the gamers playing this game are different than most gamers nowadays. Like, a lot of people who would play Dungeon Keeper would never touch Fortnite. If you've ever touched Fortnite, I can probably already tell you, you won't like Dungeon Keeper, most likely. However, I'm gonna give it numbers. So if you enjoy micromanagement, you like combat, and you like real-time strategy, then the game's a fucking 9. However, if you really dislike old graphics, or you just don't like any of the free gameplay types I just named, then the game is a 1, and Jesus, will you be bored. So in conclusion, the game is either a 9 or a 1, depending on the person. And that was my 10 out of 10 review for Dungeon Keeper. The most amazing game that still influences my taste in games to this day. Thank you for watching, and have an extremely wonderful day. Bye.